Hi, Jeff DeMore here, Converter Accessory Corporation. Today I'm going to be showing you one method of holding an unwind or rewind roll. It uses an end plug and one of CAC's air chucks. CAC offers many different types of core holding devices, from air shafts to air chucks, mechanical chucks, core cones. Today we're just going to be showing you one method of holding an unwind or rewind roll. This method incorporates an end plug. This is CCs End Plug, normally manufactured of aluminum, although it can be made of other types of materials. The end plug simply has a ramp section. It has a flat land section where the core lays on top of, and it has a core stop flange. So when this end plug is inserted inside of a core, the core will slide up the ramp, rest on top of the land section, and butt up against the core stop flange. This core stop flange should be oriented in your machine where you want the edge of your core or your roll to be. In addition, the end plug incorporates a split bushing, so we tighten up, we mount the end plug onto a through shaft, which I'm going to show you in a minute. When it slides onto the through shaft, you tighten this set screw, and instead of the set screw contacting the through shaft directly, it'll close this split bushing. So as you can see, the split bushing locking, you can see that split bushing close. That's what's going to tighten onto the through shaft. Another component of this core holding method is CCs Air Chuck. This is CCs Air Chuck. It incorporates, inside of the air chuck, there's an inflating mechanism that when you inflate when you put a pressurized air to this valve, the inflating mechanism expands. These aluminum leaves, which are loosely fitting together right now, expand and grab your core. Again, this chuck also incorporates a split bushing for locking to your through shaft. So again, we don't want that set screw to contact the through shaft directly. So when you tighten up the set screw, you'll see that split bushing close, and that's what's going to lock to the through shaft, which I'm going to show you in a minute. The way this chuck works is you take pressurized air. This is CAC's inflating tool. You apply it to the valve, and you'll see those segments come out when I apply air. So now those segments are in the locked position, so they're all the way out, and you'll see that they're no longer loose. To show you inside the core, to deflate it, you just use you can use an Allen wrench or a screwdriver, but you just push in the valve. The air deflates, and now there's no air in the chuck. Another way to show you, it slides very easily inside of a 3-inch core. This is a roll of material that has a 3-inch core. Today we're going to be showing you 3-inch cores because they're the most common, but as you can see, it slides in very easily. When you take an air gun and inflate it, now that air chuck is locked inside of that core. And again, you can use anything, any kind of flat surface, a screwdriver or an Allen wrench. Push in the valve, and it slides out very easily once it deflates. The last component of this core holding method is CAC's lightweight through shaft. This is CAC's lightweight through shaft. This is a complete assembly. This through shaft is 1 3/4 inch outside diameter. Inside it is hollow, so it's kept very lightweight, but it supplies a lot of beam strength for heavy rolls of material. This shaft is about 35 inches long, and it only weighs 9.5 pounds. When you incorporate the air chuck and the end plug onto the through shaft, it only weighs 13 pounds. So it stays very lightweight for your operators to handle very easily. The way the shaft is manufactured, it is manufactured from tubular steel, and we use round tubing. This is a cutaway section, obviously, so you can see the internal construction. This is made of, again, 1 3/4 inch outside diameter steel. The center is hollow, and then we insert into each end solid steel plugs that start out round, and then we machine them square to fit into our safety chucks. The ends are welded into the ends of the tubular steel, so it becomes one assembly. So that's what the assembly looks like on the inside. That's the cutaway view. But when it's assembled, complete, this is the through shaft with the ends welded in place. So prior to this video, I marked this through shaft where I want the end plug to line up. So there's a mark here. So I slide the end plug on. I take my Allen wrench, and if you can see when I tighten up that set screw, you'll see that the split bushing close and lock onto the through shaft. So now that end plug is in place on the through shaft. On the opposite end, I also marked where I wanted my air chuck to be. So I slide the air chuck on. And again, when I tighten up this set screw, that split bushing locks the air chuck in place on the through shaft. I'm going to take this assembly, I'm going to insert it into the roll, or it could be an empty core, either way. As you can see, the air chuck slides very easily into the core. And then I flip it up, and now that edge of the roll is oriented properly in the machine. It can only go so far because it's up against the core stop flange on the end plug. I take my air inflating tool, inflate the air chuck. Now the air chuck is locked in place. The core is locked onto the air chuck, and the roll can't go anywhere. So here's the complete assembly. I take this assembly, place it into the rewind stand. These are CAC safety chucks, which I show their operation in a separate video of how they work. The through shaft slides into the safety chucks. The square ends on the safety chucks fit in. Square ends on the shaft fit into the safety chucks. Then I take my web, tape my web down, and start the rewind. And that's how the air chuck and end plug operate together to hold your unwind or your rewind roll of material. Thank you for watching CAC's video.